Fás éan oíche mushroom. Ireland has a great biodiversity of fungi, a fact directly related to its great diversity of trees. It is reckoned that there are about 3,500 different varieties, which spring up in woodlands, grasslands, and even boglands as summer turns to autumn, rain falls, and temperatures cool. Growing enthusiasm for cooking and consuming wild fungi has turned areas such as Portumna Forest Park, County Galway, and Glenveigh Forest Park in Donegal into foraging hotspots. But as recently as the 1950s, F.C. Hassel, a prolific collector and cataloguer of Irish fungi, stated that apart from the common mushroom, there appears to be no tradition of fungus eating amongst the country people. While the people of Ireland may not have eaten fungi in past centuries, they were certainly interested in these curious organisms, and they used them in other ways, often for medicinal purposes. So the Irish names of several species have come down to us from medieval times. One such name occurs in the 11th or 12th century death tale of King Murchadach Mac Aircha. Having been given enchanted wine and meat, Murchadach imagines that armed battalions are advancing on him. He rushes to combat them, only to discover later that what he took to be warriors were in fact fern and stones and plants and bullock belka. Bullock is a term for something round or swollen, a bubble, a blister, a berry. And an early glossary explaining the meanings and origins of words says of the bullock belka, mist comes out of its mouth. For obvious reasons then, it is thought that this medieval Irish phrase refers to the puffball, which releases clouds of dust-like spores when it bursts or is struck. The term fás éan oíche, one night's growth, is still used in modern Irish as a term for a mushroom, and the expression bailte fás éan oíche seems to be first recorded in a dictionary in the 1950s to describe suburbs which spring up and expand quickly. Around the year 1400, though, the name fás éan oíche was cited in a remedy for a nosebleed. In a later medical text, the colour of this fungus is compared to lime and hailstones, and so fás éan oíche is usually taken to refer here to the common edible mushroom. Other fungi mentioned in medieval medicinal discourse include foil bochain, which seems to mean billy goat's blood and serves as a diuretic and agaric, for which Irish scholars simply use the Latin name. This is said to provide a cure that affects the heart. Today, wild fungi are often known in Hiberno English as pookies. This is a rendering of Irish pocha, a word for a sometimes menacing folklore creature which may be imagined as a human with animal features or as any one of a number of wild and domesticated animals. This creature features in several modern terms for fungi. The name Cosa pocha, the pucha's feet, is often associated with the sticky, foul-smelling stinkhorn fungus, while Hassel identified the birch polypore as the fungus known to the Irish as oíche pucha, the pucha's cheese.